Hey guys, this is Hawk. Welcome back to the channel and to Abiotic Factor, where I'm kind of at the actual HQ base. Got a couple things I wanted to run over. First things first, I don't know why I didn't notice this after we got into the lab sector and we've seen these types of posts before. This is a zip line. It puts you in a garbage dumpster, which is a little awkward to get out of. I'm glad I got the cube the first time I had the cube. The first time I actually realized that. However, there are some things I wanted to make mention for you guys. First of all, I did after we got back. I had kind of forgotten about it till we got back after the last episode. Oh, and by the way, if you've been leaving comments on my episodes, I've not posted any of the videos yet for episode or for 1.0. So if you have left any comments on any of the last two videos before this one, I have not yet seen them. First of all, I don't know what is happening, but I promise you, after Gus died to what I thought Gus died to the security bot, and then I did actually retain another Gus in between episodes, and he died to the people that infiltrated. I am not joking when I say that this guy, like, I mentioned to you guys that I found him. He was kind of lurking around that conference room, but he seems to be multiplying. I did not tame either of these guys. I don't know where they came from, but there are now two Gus's floating around, so that's a thing. Also, talking about some changes in the base, I moved the armor stands. You might remember they were over here. I wanted to have this data terminal, which I made, which we will look at momentarily. The armor stands were here. I actually decided to put them proudly on display using the shelving units that I'd taken down from when we had things previously. So the forge armor is on the end, and this guy currently has the carapace armor, which I do believe at some point I am actually going to finish. It's just not going to be yet, and the simple reason for that is if you look at this armor, it does have great armor, like it's armor of 18. However, the weight is 7. What I am currently wearing is armor of 12. So this is an increase of, what did I say, 18? So that's like 6 points. But this is weight of 3, which means between all of the pieces, this weighs 12. Between all 4 of these pieces, this is going to weigh 28. So what I'm focusing on right now is trying to get my strength to the highest level. So I did actually bypass 17 while we were recording the last. That is what I mentioned to you guys in the last episode. I don't know how he's getting in upstairs at that location. I was over here crafting the one time, and I heard him, and I assumed he's always come in one of 3 locations: the front door, the door downstairs, or this door. And so I turned this way and started backing up to try to see where he was, and I backed right into him. I almost died. I literally jumped over the railing, broke my leg to stand in front of the x-ray thing, and then I was trying to heal myself from bleeding while he was getting zapped by the oh my god, it was a mess. Anyways, so I will probably be doing that, but not until we level up our strength so that everything in my inventory weighs 25% less. And you can see I've got 21,000 XP to go before we hit that, so it's going to be a bit yet, although we made it much further in the last episode than I expected us to. All right, now other things. Oh, I mentioned the database terminal. I use this thing, completely forgot that it actually took a teleporter, and I did not craft a new teleporter, so when I crafted it, I lost my labs outpost teleporter, so I had to run between streams all the way back to labs, which is out that way, and resync a new teleporter. But this thing is actually pretty cool. I don't know how useful it'll be to me because of the fact that I'm such a hoarder, and I don't know if this is just a hoarder thing or if this is just a me thing, but because I'm hoarding a lot of stuff, I like to know where it is so that it's easily accessible. What this does is this allows you to actually grab things. So like even from up here, it knows I've got a moonfish in the fridge. The range of this thing must be huge. But like if I wanted to get medical and I decided I wanted to get an iodine tablet, I can get half of them, all of them, or just one of them, and it literally just puts it in my inventory. So, I mean, it could be helpful, and honestly, maybe it will be, just because of the fact that that's a little faster than using the split function. So, okay. But I don't need 8 iodine tablets, so I'm going to go ahead and have the distribution pad put them back away. Okay. Now, other things that I wanted to talk about. I've talked about Gus. I've talked about the Carapace armor, the armor stands, the database terminal. I made, between episodes as well, because we got the recipe for the carbon plating, I made the oven. So I tore down one of the grills, the stoves. I went on a quest to find a table because I realized this thing is super, it's actually tiny. I expected it to be this big pizza oven style of thing. And I made things. So anything that I had all of the things for, I made them. So you will notice I made French fries. I made the carbuncle casserole, which was, I think I had to go looking for one more carbuncle, which was fine because I didn't have a whole ton of the, I wanted to go back for more of the antivirus gel. And so I went and did a brief little stint into the Myco fields. I got another carbuncle. I brought it back. I already had the cheese. And this was a big thing, is that I don't normally have a ton of mushrooms, and I don't normally have the cheese. And also I don't normally have a whole ton of carbuncle. So I wanted to get this made. It used all of my carbuncle. Now, one thing I will say is that this came in literally like a casserole. So kind of like I showed you guys with the cheese wheel, it actually was a deployable thing. And I think that if I had just kind of brought it over here and put it on the table, it probably would have been good indefinitely, but I actually sat it down and I pulled all of the pieces off of it. And so now this is actually breaking down. You can see it's a decay of 96 out of 100, and that's all 4 of them. So I've been eating this primarily because one of the things I noticed is that the stuff that is cooked in the oven is kind of amazing. So you will see that the decay on the well-cooked French fries is at 120 out of 100. I made these things a while ago. Now, they've been in the fridge, I think, since towards the end of when I finished actually playing, but I made several packages of fries, and so I didn't eat them all. But they seem to be overly stacked on decay, and this thing I was weirded out by because it looks like it has eyeballs in it, but that's simply because of the fact that it uses the grab. The eyeballs are in this grab thingy. So it actually looks like it has eyeballs on it. It's kind of gross. And then it will cause sickness and vomiting. But it causes sickness and vomiting if you eat it raw. It doesn't if you actually eat it the way that it is. And look at this. Hunger fill of 91, thirst fill of 41, and currently the decay is 108 of 8. It's higher than that when I cooked it. But on top of that, this is actually not cooked yet. This is at a decay of 116 out of 100. I wonder if, like, once I bake it, if that'll reset and go back to something ridiculous. So, like, that's kind of amazing to me. Like, we're just... Like, that's gonna be able to basically fill my hunger in one fell swoop. Oh, look, some things died. And by died, I mean they actually, oh gosh, they, decayed to a state where they're no longer edible, which is fine. We'll go ahead and break those apart. Now, as far as things that we're going to be doing today, I would like to take you guys back over to the labs outpost, and we're going to take a look. I actually took some time in between this episode and last episode, and I fixed the jailbroken CPU factory is what I'm calling it. Plus, I kept mentioning to you guys I did not like taking the zip line down. And, oh, hey, QB's here. QB's what I've been calling him. QB is out here wandering around, but I'm not going to open the door to let it... Well, the Gus just walked away. Here, you can come in now. He keeps following me around, so it's fine. I don't even know what all he's got on him right... Oh, he's got some sodas. You probably don't need... If I'm going to give him sodas, Oh, you know what? I wonder if he picks stuff up from the floors when he's close to it. Do you just, like... Let's test. Let's test this. All right, here I'm gonna drop these on the floor. Oh my gosh, he eats them. There was a security bot that came in, and apparently I still have stuff out there for the security bot. I couldn't find all of the things that the security bot had dropped, and it was the sodas and the CPU. Gus, get back in here. We're not doing this thing again. Follow, please. I don't know if I realized that there was a bench out there. Everybody back in, please. Anyways, yeah, I couldn't figure out where all of the stuff was for this security bot, and I guess QB ate it? That is great, though. Maybe that would make him advantageous to take along. Of course, I have no control over where he decides to go. So yes, but I did actually, I mentioned to you guys that I was having issues. I did not like ziplining down and then getting punched, like, ridiculously. You can stop following, buddy. Getting punched by the scanner guy. So I fixed this whole thing. And for some of you, this is going to be horrifying. So those of you that are afraid of heights, you might want to, at that point, you will want to maybe avert your eyes, but we're just going to the labs outpost for now. All right, so I came over here and I set up this mess. I finally got bridges to work. They're a little sketchy. Mostly this is just filled in because I myself am afraid of heights, and I didn't like not having, like, just having these really narrow bridges. I didn't love it. And so I wanted a little bit more of floor space, and so that became a thing. Plus I also moved some lighting because I wanted to make sure when it's dark out, I can actually see and I don't fall into the abyss. But I did find out that in a super cool piece of information, I was trying to figure out how long these rope plants were. They basically extend rope until the point where they can extend the rope no further. So this thing, I literally, like at night, I've been coming down here, and all I do when I see the security bot, instead of zip-lining down there, then zip-lining the other way, and then jumping off of the cube and running up the whole ramp, I now just come here and I grab the rope plant. And you will see I made a carbon bridge of some sort, which didn't work up at the top, but it did work here because it extended the platform. I could not get those bridges to come out far enough where they would actually land in here. So I tried putting the carbon bridge here. It actually worked, and it's kind of amazing. So I bring this down, and then I generally take the labs post, the teleporter, back up. Because this works amazingly well, and you'll see that I moved and I cleaned this whole thing up. There's no more 11 bajillion surge strips around here. All it is tech scrap, and it's very clean. So there was a plug over here. I just come down. As a matter of fact, power services for the day are about to be stopping. So I just come down here, I turn on the lever, and you can see this just runs along here. And then it comes over here, and there's I move the Tesla coil to this side. But he's back, so when the power services go off, we'll take a look at that. For now, we're going to teleport back up to the labs outpost, and we're just going to get this recharged again. And I'm going to hang out here until we get another jailbroken CPU, and then, what are we doing today? We're going to be doing 3 things that I have listed. 2 of them probably shouldn't take too, well, okay. One of them, for sure, should not take too terribly long. Except I didn't bring it along. I want to try to fish in that pond in the night realm. So I need to get my fishing rod. I thought I had it on me. I might have given it back to QB, so I might have to go find him. Is it in here, perchance? Nope, there's some of my 11 bajillion plug strips. And there are the ramps that I made when I was trying to get that to work before, that we were gonna zip line over there and be able to not have to zip line the opposite direction. But like I said, this actually works really well. So I'm good with this. I do want to go back to HQ and try to find my fish, and I'm actually gonna have to grab the other teleporter as well for the night realm. Oh, here we go. Here, let's take along that and the night realm, and now I've got too much stuff. And we're gonna fish. Then the other thing is, I don't know if you guys remember or not, but there, I just realized the bobber on the end of this thing looks like that new strawberry soda plus the purple soda that we get. That's apparently how I made the fishing rod. But there, I don't know if you guys remember, but there was labs. Yes, I want to go to labs. Here we go. Let's get back over there because, well, security bot. Has he awoken yet? Sometimes they don't. Yep, he has already, and he's already targeting. I want to try to maybe get another Tesla coil in here because it does actually happen that he nearly breaks it until I get down here and get this turned on. But it's generally okay as long as I respond pretty quickly. So when we went to the section with the zombies and I got into that hallway, There was a clearance 3 door that I said I didn't want to open until I had kind of assessed the situation, because there were zombies all over the place. I didn't want them coming out behind me and then in front of me and all of those things. I would like to go back to that door, and I would actually like to see what's behind it. And then last but not least, I want to try to go back to the security sector and figure out what quote-unquote escape the security sector is. So let's take a look at that. If we go into the location, which is actually not... Oh, he said already. Okay. So if we look at the security sector, told me to find a way to the surface elevator in the center of the sector. We made it there, but the actual surface elevator is blocked off. Like, we hit a button and it's loaded with, like, rubble. And so I do not know what we're supposed to do to get out of there, but I do know, like, more of those Reapers appeared. And so I need to try to figure out if they're just going to chuck me into... You'll see this is a little over half is how much he destroyed that. But I don't know if we just let ourselves get sucked in by like a second one of the Reaper things, or what we do. But that's going to be the plan. So I'm going to run out of space, because naturally that's what we're going to do here. Am I thirsty? I am actually thirsty. Let's drink a bunch of sodas. Oh yeah, because I still got the fishing stuff on me as well. Dude's back in my house and I need to go to the bathroom. Avert your eyes. Oh my gosh, guys, that's amazing. The Leia cannot get here. Can you guys see him? Excuse me, Marion. Avert your eyes if you're afraid of heights. He's standing down at the bottom, trying to figure out how the heck to even bother me here. That's amazing. Okay, so first things first, I mentioned we are going to go fishing, and I brought my tackle box along because apparently that's supposed to help. But we are going to go to the night realm. We're going to try fishing in that pool, since I saw the thing that looked like it was probably a fishing spot. Like here. I got an inkfish, which gives me black paint and raw creamery inkfish. Oh, by the way, interesting thing too, I didn't mention, I actually kind of forgot about this. Oh, night essence, plus black oil, plus fish oil, plus fish bones, plus raw inkfish fillet. Ew, he's creepy. He's mirrored after a lanternfish, isn't he? Creepy eyeballs and stuff. This moonfish, I went to my trap, and I collected a moonfish, and I chopped it up. It gave me sugar crystal. And then once you get that, you actually take it to the scrapping bench, and you scrap this, and then you get 3 sugars. And that's used in some of the cooking recipes, I think. Not these ones, though. So if we look in here, I'd also found that the cheese, I mentioned that the cheese is not used in any of the soups. Turns out the cheese is actually used in some of these recipes. Let me find one. Okay, here's one. Oh yeah, the raw carbuncle pizza uses the antiverse cheese. Oh, as well as the raw carbuncle casserole, which of course is the one that I said I made. I could have made the dough, but I didn't have an a milk sack. So we'll have to get that at some point. Okay, so this is... requires a chef's counter. Wonder if this is another maki type thing, but it requires an inkfish fillet, a milk sack, and a mushroom carbuncle. So that's the thing we just opened. I thought the sugar was used in one of these recipes, but so far I'm not finding it in any of the cooked recipes. So maybe not. Maybe it was in like a soup recipe. What is... oh, right, the black paint. Where it requires black oil. Interesting. Perfect. All right, let me get 1 or 2 more. Okay, I guess the answer was only going to be 1 more, because that pretty well tapped me out on, That was creepy. What is that? Did you guys hear that? It was like... sounded like the voice of the Reaper thing. Is he here? See, that's, I guess, kind of why I wonder, like, why would they introduce an entire realm who had like no functional purpose other than to just get you an item that you could get by like killing a creature. Like, I feel like maybe we've got to go into another one of the Reaper portals, but I just don't know where. All right, let's go back to HQ, put away these fish. Also, guys, look how amazing these French fries look. I'm actually kind of jealous when I, you know, look at this and watch him. Here, it's not great lighting. Here, lighting. Here we go. Look how yummy those look. All right, we are going to be headed, like I said, to where the zombies are, and we are going to try to figure out what's behind that door. What the heck was that? It's almost like that creepy realm is like calling out to my character. It's like it's turning out lights. It's 11 o'clock in the morning. Why is it so dark? Guys, I wanted to go to check the zombie thing first. Part of me is wondering if we need to go to security sector. It's starting to get really dark everywhere. Okay, I'm calling an audible. We're going back to security, even though I wanted to do... I figured that probably the clearance 3, the door by the zombies would probably be simple. Probably would just be like a go in, open it, and come back, but I don't know why all of the lights are it's almost like the night realm is taking over this realm or something like that, and I need to go face the Reaper guy and figure out how to get out of security before that becomes... Like, this should all be lit up. It's becoming invasive. The night is becoming invasive. Where does this go? Not to get off track or anything, but... Yeah, that's right, we were down all of... Okay, we were down through all of that stuff. We're good. Okay, let's go. Let's turn off and conserve... Oh, she's gone. I made it far enough into that realm that she is gone. I even knew I needed to do that. No. What the heck? What is that? A power leech? Electrical organ? A shock bolt? I don't know if you guys saw it, but it looks like one of the crystal guys as I was coming down here, and it was doing weird things that... Yeah. Okay. Well, guys, I told you this was all lit up. It was supposed to be lit up when we came back through here. It was not. It's creepy and weird. All right, but we're gonna try this again now. Okay, so she is gone. We have slept. I have food along. I double-checked. I don't need to go to the bathroom. All right, so now, what we needed to do was to, quote-unquote, escape the security sector, but I don't see any icons that indicate to me where a quote-unquote escape is, but this is the way that we were going. Now, I might see there was that, once we bypassed door 2, there was a room off to the left, and that was where the surface access elevator was, and we went into a... Since when is this open? Because there's this person in here. I kept...
Don't make any noise.
Oh, I'm sorry. What's up, Celine?
This is a nightmare.
Yeah.
The power cut off and that creature appeared. It's taking people somewhere, and that awful stuff is growing over everything. That sound. It was the surface elevator, wasn't it?
Sure was.
We're trapped, aren't we?
Nah, I don't know about that.
Locked in here with that thing. Have you seen my glasses anywhere? If I can just find them. This is the security sector. There has to be codes, passes, something to help us get out of here. But we must stay quiet.
Okay. 4. I don't have... Oh, was I able to make keypad 4? No, I need magnetic alloy and a sensor and a oh, they were talking about the lodestone in that thing. So I don't know what made this open unless it was the... Yeah, you're creeping me out, dude. Stop it. All right. So I think what I might do is let the second guy get me. If he's going to just drag me into another area of the night realm... Now, there he goes, right there. If he's going to start fighting me, I'm going to try to run away. So maybe I should put on... Oh, goodness. We'll put on... Hello? You seem attacky. Are you attacky? You're attacky. Oh, you're attacky. I don't feel like that's doing anything. What about X-ray? What about... Oh, I wanted that. Where'd you go? Oh, there he is. What about X-ray? Nope. Nope. X-ray doesn't work. X-ray doesn't work. Nope. Not working either. I might die here. Just... Okay. Oh, all right. That is done. Let's go ahead and use one of these. Okay. Is the answer I just don't kill this guy? Because I've not tried that. I tried the grinder, I tried the X-ray, I tried electric. I didn't try bullets. I didn't try thermal. I don't really want to get that close to him if I'm being perfectly honest. I also didn't try Mugnade. Let's try getting my floating grinder discs. He left a night essence behind. Oh. He opened this door. This wasn't open before. I mean, I made him go away. Lasers. I would love to come back and loot this. It's just not going to be now. All right, where are we going? Not here. I'm going to grab this flashlight just in case we run out of battery, but I do have my second headlamp on. Let's go over this guy. Nope, can't go over that guy. I'm going to keep the Mugnades out. Yeah, okay. Okay, she said be quiet. Maybe that's the answer here. Maybe the answer is just be quiet. Okay, that doesn't have a keypad to open it. Okay. I don't love this. Can't open that. About this side. Okay. If this ever... These are new. Makeshift NVG sensory companion crystalline cask. Crystalline cuirass and a crystalline counters. Oh, and this is new. Magbow, rebar bolt, storage crate. Oh my gosh. Did you see that? So the answer is to be quiet. We will come back later and loot all of these things when hopefully he's gone. Like, do we ever figure out how to just get rid of him? We're gonna go unlock this door quickly. Okay. Now I've got... And this is supposed to be... This is like horror movie right here. They're intentionally making this. They're intentionally making this. No! No! Ah! 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 How did you know where I was? I would love to bandage, I just... I'm gonna die. Okay. Wait. He did just put me back into the night realm. Why? Like, I thought he might bring me to a different section of it, and instead he put me back at the exact same place the other guy was... Well, I'm assuming that it was another guy. Alright, guys, I took advantage of the time. I came here, I unhooked the crafting bench, and I am using my charging station to kind of refill everything after I used my entire healing briefcase. Because we gotta go do it again. Sounds horrific, right? Let's go ahead and eat this thing. Oh my gosh, that completely filled my... That is incredible. I probably could have waited far longer than I did. Okay, now, let's plug you back in, because I don't actually know if these need to be powered in order for you to get to them, I guess. Did I lose something? Alright, guys, this is what we're going in with. X-ray, vacuum gun, of course the cube, grinder, and the 9mm. I'm gonna keep this on just in case we need it, and then put on the teleporter and the mugnades. I have no idea. Let's get back out there, I guess. Alright, so one of the interesting things that I noted last time is he kept coming out here and stopping, and turning around and going back. Like, is this a point of... for him that he needs to go back? So that will be something that'll be helpful. That'll be helpful to remember. Gosh, I don't even really know what to do here. So are we more or less visible with the light on? Or does it not make a difference to him? Okay, he's at least not standing where he was last time when I came down those stairs. Okay, and he spawned right in front of me. So let's find out. He didn't even come to the door. Alright, guys, we're gonna check this. NVGs. I wonder if he's locating us because of the fact that we are using our light. And they just gave us NVGs. Part of me would like to go back and craft those. Auto salvager. Reinforced CPU? I don't know. A large machine that automatically salvages any items dropped into it. Maybe I could use my old keypad hacker for that. Large storage crate opened with this guy. Oh, no, probably the reinforced planks. And let's go carbon plating. So after I just replaced everything with new storage crates, they give me another storage crate. Cool. mag bow. This doesn't use any wooden products, apparently. Capacitor? I mean, that sounds amazing. We might be trying that. Shock bolt, I think, was the electrical organ, I think. Okay. I mean, it sounds awesome. What else is in here? A rebar bolt? Oh. And a throwing quill. Okay. Sensory companion? Is this a drone? Oh, I need to know. I'm just putting random things in here right now. The multitude of eyes set amidst a fleshy red glow gives the wearer awareness. All no freaking way. Oh, this is primarily for ISO 091, so the LAAC will act as if the wearer can always see it even from behind. So it's not that I'll actually be able to... Okay. Alright, that's less exciting. Let's just put a bunch of stuff in here and see what shakes loose. Crystalline cask. Lightweight head armor crafted from crystalline remains. Oh, that looks awesome. Armor 16.
I may soon need
weight
the
of 10.
facilities.
You activate a camouflage when moving slowly and holding still. There's the crystalline couture. And then we have this guy. I don't know what just happened there. And I think he just said creepy things again. And then this and this and this and this makes... I don't think that's spelled properly. Okay. And we got a warming drawer. A way to warm things up and speed up the decay process on food. Why would you want to speed up the decay process? Maybe for the cheese? Oh, guys, I don't have enough of sensors, so... I guess this is a thing. Let's keep going. He was just going the other way. I'm gonna pray he keeps going the other way. Alright, we're gonna run. Where's upstairs? Upstairs. Like I said, he should be behind me. Unless he teleports in front of me. No?
Good morning. The cascade defense.
Ooh. Let's go here. Oh. Creepy. Well, that's sure something. Okay. There we go. So when they said, yes, this is in fact what we need to do, I don't think I should probably let you out. I don't even know that I can let you out. That's one of the unlost people, I think. I'll take the night essence, thank you. I didn't didn't even finish checking everything downstairs, and now there's a whole bunch more cells upstairs? What about you? No. More of the unlost? Alright, I didn't see anything else downstairs. What did I just hear? Alright, it seems as though I found the next way out. Alright. I don't know if this is... Does this work with anything? Oh, it does. Last time I used my thermal mallet, and I was wondering if I just guessed correctly, or if it just was kind of anything. If it just needed to take damage, or if I just specifically figured out correctly that it needed thermal damage. Okay, here we go. Okay, that brought us to the same place as before, but last time that actually caused a door to open, I think, or something? How did that work? Okay, I timed it correctly again. He's behind me again. I think that what that did before is that it unlocked the keypad hacker, if I remember correctly. So the keypad hacker we found down here? Oy vey. Oh, I can't do this.
Clearance insufficient.
Okay, he just creeped me the heck out, and I got the heck out of there. Although it looked like he was stuck at the door, so I might have been okay. However, I tried to grab as much stuff as possible for these sensors to try to make... Oh gosh, let me get some things sorted out. I tried to grab as much stuff as possible, just because I feel like, part of me feels like we just need to make some stuff. Like, obviously need keypad hacker tier 4. Alright guys, I'm at a bit of a loss. I am far, far away from this. So the magnetic alloy I was getting out of those new chests, the kind of bluish ones, I don't even remember where I was getting these sensors. They might have been randomly falling out of those as well. I'm not sure. I don't even know where to get this lodestone. And I would expect that we're probably, let's think, like the whole thing is that escape the security sector. It almost seems like we were supposed to maybe never leave there specific. I don't know. All I know is I'm not going to be able to get the keypad hacker tier 4 until we get that lodestone fragment, which I have no idea where to get. So I don't really know, like, I won't say that there's no point in going back into that sector because we still need the other things, but I can't get past that next keypad hacker without it. So I'm at a bit of a loss. So I think for the moment, we're gonna grab everything from a new chest that I put out here, which is now officially like my dump chest when I go to get all of my, carts, my platform carts. But we are going to go... This can stay here for now. But we're gonna go grab that thing that I mentioned. We're gonna go to the containment section near the zombies, and we're gonna open that door and see what's behind there. I need to figure out a way to keep him from out of this area, or something. And I think if I just put a barricade here, he's just gonna break it down. So I don't feel like that's of any use whatsoever. To be honest, I'm not 100% sure what the functional purpose of the barricades even is. Like, I guess if you would set up a, if you would set up a section, like an outpost in a section that wasn't well fortified or was able to be gotten to pretty easily, okay, maybe I could see it then, but... Goodness. Alright, let's keep going. Alright, and we're back. You know who I've not seen in a while? And I will tell you, they're not where they used to be. Janet and Abe. They vanished from over after we opened up containment. They said they wanted to come over here, but I've not seen them since. Okay, I think we determined this works pretty well against zombies, and I knew they were back. I've seen them. Still don't like you guys. Okay. I guess it just unlocked the door. I always expect that to do something, and apparently it doesn't in this instance. Hey, the dude with the Santa hat's here. It is Christmas in July. I think today. Nope, yesterday. As of the time I'm recording this, anyway. Thank you for your Santa hat. I appreciate it. All right, let's go. Here's a Dr. Mance video. Oh, it talks, another one of these things talks about the different items in containment. Tell me.
Anyone considering study, investigation, or indeed any kind of interaction with the red chair, IS-018, I can advise only caution. Consider this piece of furniture a tool of assassination.
What?
No less for being so thoroughly arcane in its function. If you find yourself affected, we can do little to assist you. Exercise utmost care in its vicinity. No resting, no leaning, no sitting, reclining, or indeed any form of recumbence on or near this furnishing. It's also extremely damp, perpetually.
That's weird. The red chair, okay. I just looked for it and it wasn't in there yet. Okay, next one. Is this pool of what I claimed was tomato juice?
Dr. Mance, Cascade Facility. The tub of blood.
Tomato juice.
Dramatic, I know, but this entity gives me, in scientific terms, the heebie-jeebies. It's uniquely dangerous. We've locked it in a cell, and that seems to work well enough. It doesn't liquefy or slip through drains, as Tang feared. It's solid enough and prefers to stay near its point of origin. We send cleaners through every morning to spray down the walls. IC-13 tends to touch everything in sight when it crawls out of its metallic cocoon. We found the tub, more of a metal trough in after reports of a blood-covered nighttime boogeyman. The gatekeepers performed a snatch and grab mission while it hibernated, though they claim it woke twice on the flight here. I've reviewed the footage. It's messy. I'm not sure we can ascertain its goal or where it goes when the tub refills. We've run tests on the blood to dismal results. 0 genetic matches. But we'll keep giving it a stir, figuratively speaking.
Tub of blood. Did he say there's something in it? He said something about something crawling out of it, which sounds creepy enough. Oh, hey! Hi, QB. What you doing down here? I already took the shotgun. So, that was not nearly as exciting as I had been hoping. Oh, he already went away. So, I would love to know where Janet and Abe are. That would be amazing. Oh look, Antiverse 23, Helmholtz is where the furniture store was. It says, warning, IS-102, which appears to look like a zombie. Wrong button. IS-102? We've apparently not found it, but I'm assuming it's the zombies. So guys, I'm also incredibly interested to know whether or not the furniture store is accessible now. So I have... Here's my teleporter. We're gonna take the teleporter along on my actual person. And then we're gonna try to see... You are not what I wanted, even a little bit. We're gonna try to see if we can actually go back in here. Gosh, that thing scared me. Or, like, am I gonna have to run around and push all the buttons? Like, I don't want to run around and find all the buttons again. Well, all the zombies are still outside, so that's exciting. So my question is, like, is the elevator still usable, or do I have to? It doesn't. So if I want to come back in and get a bunch of furniture to be able to be used, A card table, that's amazing. We might have to do this at some point. So I'd actually kind of read a little tip that somebody did with this. They said that they made glow sticks. And when they did that, they went through this entire facility and they located all of the buttons. Here. Consume that. Oh. No, that didn't do anything at all. I thought maybe the umbrella would give me a new recipe. So they made glow sticks and they dropped them in front of every one of the buttons, and then they spent time packaging all the furniture that they wanted and put it in the elevator, which I guess you wouldn't necessarily need to do if you've got the platform cards, because those can be recalled. So then they went around and just figured out what all they wanted, and then they ran around and they pushed all of the buttons, because of course they said the zombies actually don't start spawning until you start pushing buttons. Like, look, I could get a blue fridge with a tomato that I'm going to eat. Oh, there's also a red fridge. I could have fridges of my color if I chose. Alright guys, well, I still have not figured out the security sector, but I actually do have to head out this evening. I've got some plans, and looks like I've been recording for about an hour and a half, and like I said, I am going to try to hopefully maybe cut down some of these episodes a little bit shorter, because it's kind of exhausting to have them have to edit them for as long as they are. So I'm going to try to reduce the lengths of them, and so I've already been recording for an hour and a half. That is sufficient for today, and then hopefully next time we will be able to move on about the security sector, maybe a little bit more, maybe find some more of those sensors and the magnetic alloy and whatever, and then be able to make Keypad Hacker Tier 4 so that we can actually advance to the next section. So anyways, guys, I'm going to thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this episode, feel free to like and comment. Also subscribe so that you get notified of future videos. But for now, my name is Hawk, and this has been Abiotic Factor, and I will catch you guys next time.